Good morning, friends. And thanks to those of you who are sharing comments. It's wonderful to hear from you and to feel like this is a conversation. It is our Gita Sadhana. We're trucking right along. Today it's a little snowy again. Yay. And the theme du jour is it's not the world, it's you. And what I mean by that, in the best possible way, is in the English language, at least, we have a tendency to say it is. So somebody looking at this might say, it is cold. What are you doing out there? Or it is snowy, or it is uncomfortable, or you get the picture. When the reality is, it's not anything. It's our judgment. And I had a wonderful experience with this last week because we offered some free classes and people were attending from all over the country, which was wonderful. And in one of the classes, we had some discussion time, and I invited people to, say their name and say where they're from. And one woman said her name and said, "Oh, I'm joining from Florida, one of the southern states in the U.S. I mean, one of the most southern states." And she said, "It's cold here today." And this was when it was snowing here. And I said, "Oh, what's the temperature there in Florida to be cold? That's kind of surprising." And she said, "It's in the low 60s Fahrenheit." And as you can tell, it's like the 30s Fahrenheit here now. So for us in the North, we kind of went, So she said, "It's very cold. I've got my heat on." And I'm thinking, boy, that's what my heat is set on in the winter. And it feels toasty. Anyhow, somebody else introduced herself and said, "I'm so-and-so, and I'm from Northern California. It's in the lower 60s here, and it's warm." And she was all comfy and rejoicing that the weather was 60 degrees Fahrenheit around there. And it really drove home the point, because everybody laughed at those comments, that it's not anything. We are the judges of what our experience is, whether that's temperature or politics or the state of the world or a relationship. It's you. It really is you. But this gives us hope because we have some then control over how we perceive and react to any given situation. So let's keep that in mind today. The dedication today is for the squirrel people. So squirrels are one of my favorite groups of beings. They are cute and fat. We have them in abundance here, and we have some of the fattest squirrels. But why I'm picking them is they live here year round, and they're outside, whether it's cold or it's warm. They don't put on any extra clothing. They don't seem put out. They just adapt and do their thing. And it's amazing. They're always cheerfully running around the neighborhood and crossing the streets right in front of your car at inconvenient times, no matter the season. So squirrel people, you're an inspiration to me, and this is for all of you. Okay, I'm going to go out there and do a round of the one-footed prayer or tree pose, as we usually do. Remember, you can modify it. It's not a set pose. It's what you make it. You can sit down, you can lie down, you can have your hands in a different position, you can have your knees in a different position. And then we'll do our 5-minute meditative practice. And during that, I invite you, if you like a focus, to focus on what you tell yourself about the world. Especially if you're an English speaker, when you say it's something, maybe bring that to mind, observe it, and reevaluate it, maybe. All right, let's start. Time for our meditative practice. Please go ahead and get comfy. It will be about 5 minutes. Welcome back. I found squirrel tracks out here today. Yay, they'll be frolicking soon. Well, being the same is something that's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita quite a bit, and especially in terms of hot and cold. One who can be the same within, whether they perceive it as being hot or cold, is well on their way to a higher way of being. So squirrels have beaten me, and I'd like to encourage you to think of today as whatever it is, it's a wonderful day. Here, it's a wonderful day. Part of the reason it's wonderful for me is I get to share it with you. But thank you so much for being here today, and I look forward to seeing what it is like tomorrow. Take care.